Very good morning. I hope you enjoyed the summer holidays. After the summer holidays, this is the first class. So already I asked to start new topic in the previous only. So due to heavy rains and all those things, we couldn't do the chapter. So today I'm going to deal with the chapter statistics. You know that statistics already you have learned the basic things in the statistics in the earlier classes. What is statistics? This is the separate branch. It is one of the branch in the mathematics. Statistics is one of the branch in the mathematics. So what is statistics? Okay. Geometry is one of the branch in mathematics. Algebra also one of the branch in mathematics. And statistics is one of the branch in the mathematics. The calculus is one of the branch in mathematics. Coordinate geometry is one of the branch in the mathematics. There are so many branches in the mathematics. So, in that, among them, statistics is one of the branch. So, what is statistics? What is statistics? What is statistics? What is statistics? The branch of mathematics that deals with collection, classification, and interpretation of data. Interpretation of data is called statistics. What is statistics? The branch of mathematics that deals with collection, classification, and interpretation of data is called statistics. What is data? Data already you might have learnt in the earlier classes. Data means collection of information. Collection of information. That is statistics. Okay, let us know about the background of the statistics. How the word statistics derived. How the word statistics derived. How you got this word statistics? How it is derived? So the word statistics derived from the Greek statistic. From Greek. The word statistics derived from the Greek statistic. So statistics is writing what? S-T-A-T-I-S-T-I-C-S. But this statistics is derived from the Greek word statistics. S-T-A-T-I-S-T-I-K-S. Statistics. Which means a political status. This is the Greek word. And also the statistics derived from the Latin word. Latin word statistics. Stata. S-T-A-T status. This is a Latin word. And Italian word status. So, the word statistics are being derived from the Greek word statistics, which means a political status, and also Latin word stata, and Italian word status, S-T-A-T-U-S, status. Strata, status, statistics, it is the same meaning, that is a political state. So I hope you understand what is statistics, how it is derived. What is statistics? The branch of mathematics that deals with collection and classification and interpretation of data is called statistics. The word statistics have been derived from the Greek word statistics and Latin strata and Italian word status. So next, this was the statistics was developed by Sir Ronald Fisher. Sir Ronald Fisher. He was considered as father of statistics. Sir Ronald Fisher is associated with the development of the statistics. He is also considered as a pioneer of statistics. Pioneer means who invented first, who developed the first, the statistics field. So the statistics discovered and developed by Sir Ronald Fisher. He was considered as a father of statistics. Who considered as father of statistics? Sir Ronald Fisher. Sir Ronald Fisher. So here now we understand what is statistics, how it is derived, who developed the statistics. These are the things we have discussed. Now, what is the collection or information? You know that information is whatever we gather. The information is a matter. So, the facts or figures which are numerical or otherwise collected with a definite purpose is called a data. What is data? What is data? What is data? The collection of information is called data. The collection of information is called data. Data may be in numerical form or any other form. Any other form. A definite purpose. A definite purpose is called data. So, in data there are stages of data. What is data? The collection of information. It may be numericals or it may be some other forms are called data. Data can be divided into two stages. One is primary data and secondary data. What is primary data? What is primary data? The information collected by the information collected by invigilator with a definite objective is called primary data. What is primary data? The information collected by some person. Invigilator means who invigilates, who enquires. The information collected by the invigilator with a definite objective is called a primary data. Example, primary data how? So in the classroom, the school starts, the 9 o'clock school starts, the teacher, your class teacher will enter the classroom, and the moment he step into the classroom, you all people wish your concert teacher, class teacher, and he starts he also wishes, and he starts taking what? Attendance. He starts taking attendance. So he will take the attendance. Rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is information. This is primary information. This is the date, the concerned date. He will take the attendance. So on it goes on. So this is primary data. Primary data means who investigates. The person who investigates or the information that is collected by the invigilator is called primary data. So next secondary data. What is secondary data? The information collected from a source. Which had already been recorded. For example, did the Ramesh present in the 3rd October? So what we will do? We will refer the attendance. Register and we will see. So attendance list already it has maintained It is maintained previously. By seeing the 3rd date, we come to know. We say whether Ramesh present or not. We will see the register by seeing the register. So by seeing the register, we can say whether is the person, the student, whether is absent or present. We can say. So that is from the source. Already the source is there. Already register is there. From the register, we will inquire and we will tell whether it is present or not. We can tell. That type of information is called secondary data. That is. So now we learn what is data. Primary data and secondary data. Primary data means the information collected by the invigilator is called primary data. Secondary data means what is secondary data? Secondary data is the information collected from a source. Already been recorded from the registers is called secondary data. So data generally exists in the data exists in raw form. Data exists in raw form. Data is classified into groups. Data can be classified into groups to make the study easy. What are groups? The data is there. Some of the students, one of the students of ninth class scored in mathematics test in FA1 as follows: 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 9, 15, 18, 18, 20, 19, 15, 16, 17. This data is there. So it looks very big. It looks very big. You have to shortcut it. Should tell you briefly. You make it groups for our convenient. According to our convenient, we make this data into simple form. Simple. It should be simplified. Some of the students, one of the students got 14 marks, one of the students got 15, 16, 17, like that. Like this. These students, 18 students, one more row, 6 students are there. 18 students got different marks like this. We can make it many groups. Like this. So, like 0 to 5, 0 to 5, one group, or 0 to 4, one group, 5 to 9, one group. 10 to 14 one group, 15 to 19 one group, like this. 20 to 24 one group, like this. Such a mini groups. Such groups are called mini groups. Mini groups. 0 to 4. 0 to 4 means what? The students who got between 0 and 4. 5 to 9 means the students who got marks between 5 and 9. 5 to 9. 5 to 9. The students who got between 10 and 14, like that. 14 marks, like this. These mini groups are called classes. What is called? Mini groups. These are the mini groups. These mini groups are called classes. So every class consists of 2 values, 0 to 4 classes there. I hope you understand mini groups. These are the mini groups: 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24. So every group contains 2 values, 0 to 4. For example, let us take example this group, 0 to 4. These mini groups are called what I told classes. The mini groups are called classes. What are classes? The mini groups are called classes. Like 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 0 to 9, 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, like that. These mini groups are called classes. Every class or every group contains 2 values. This is initial value. What values? Initial value and end value. End value. Initial value and end value. End value is what here? 0 to 4. Initial value means beginning. Initial means beginning value. Initial means beginning value. The beginning value is 0 and end value is 4. End value is 4. Initial value is 0. Initial means beginning. End value means last value. Where the end means the value which end with some value, that is end value. So it starts with 0 and ends with the 4. 0 is called lower limit. What is called? Lower limit. And end value is called upper limit. Upper. The beginning value, initial value is called lower limit, and end value is called upper limit. Every class or every mini group consists of 2 values, beginning value and end value. Beginning value is called initial value. The initial value is called lower limit. What we call lower limit. Beginning value is lower limit, end value is upper limit. So let us take the example 5 to 9. In 5 to 9 class, lower limit is what? Lower limit means beginning value. Lower limit means beginning value. What is the beginning value of this class? 5. 5 is the lower limit. And end value is what? 9, upper limit. So lower limit LL is 5 and upper limit UL is 9. Briefly you can write briefly lower limit as LL. LL means lower limit. Lower limit means beginning value. Upper limit means end value. So the beginning value of any class is called lower limit and end value of the any class is called upper limit. I hope you better understand about lower limit and upper limit. lower limit and upper limit. So children, next I tell you class mark. What is class mark? Class mark. Class mark. Class mark. What is class mark or mid value? Class mark or mid value. Class mark or mid value represented by generally x. X or xi. Class mark or mid value. Class mark or mid value represented by x or xi. So, how to calculate this class mark and mid value? You must know the many classes, many groups. Many groups means classes 0 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 9, like this are there. These are the classes. Classes, marks, class marks. Class marks. So I take a 0 to 4 class and 5 to 9 class and 10 to 14 classes. What is the class mark of 0 to 4? 0 to 4. What is the other name of class mark? Mid value. What do you call mid value? The average of lower limit and upper limit. Lower limit, how much? 0. Upper limit, 4. Both added and divided by 2. We will get a class mark. The class mark of 0 to 4 is 2. How do you obtain the class mark? The average of lower limit and upper limit. The average of lower limit and upper limit of any class. I want the class mark of 0 to 4 class. In 0 to 4 class, lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 4. So add both and divided by 2. The average means, average of them means both add them and divided by 2. So similarly second class, 5 to 9 class mark. So lower limit is 5, upper limit is 9. 5 plus 9 by 2, that equal to 14 by 2, that equal to 7. The mid value of class mark of 5 to 9 class is 7. Similarly, 10 to 14 class mark. So the lower limit is what? 10, upper limit is 14. 10 plus 14 means that equal to 24 by 2. That equal to 12. The class mark of 10 to 14 is 12. I hope you understand these class marks. What is class mark? Class mark means the average of lower limit and upper limit of any class. The average of lower limit and upper limit of any class is called class mark. Generally, class marks are represented by x or xi. X or xi. These are the class marks. Now, range. Range. What is range? What is range? Now, range. What is range, children? Range means to find the range, you should have the data. You should have the data. The data is given, you can calculate the range. Range means the difference between the maximum and minimum value of a given data is called range. The difference between, what is range? The difference between maximum and minimum values of a given data is called range. Maximum means the highest value. Minimum means least value. Maximum. What is maximum? Maximum means the highest. Minimum means the least or the smallest. The least or the smallest. What is range? Range means the difference between maximum and minimum values. The difference between the highest and smallest value of given data is called range. Example, what is the range of this data? 40, 20, 25, 2, 15, 19, 26. Find out the range of this. Range is equal to formula. Max means maximum value minus minimum value. Maximum means the highest value. Minimum means the least value. Maximum value is the highest here. In the given data, their numericals are 14, 20, 25, 2, 15, 19, 26 are there. In this maximum value, the highest value is 26. Minus minimum value, the least value is 2. 26 minus 2, 24. The range of given data is 24. The range of given data is 24. What is range? Range means the maximum and minimum value. The difference between maximum and minimum values of given data is called range. So we can calculate the range of any data. What is range of first 100 natural numbers? What is the range of first 100 natural numbers? 100 natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 100. Up to 100. Range of first 100 natural numbers. In the 100 natural numbers, the highest value is 100. The least number is 1. 100 minus 1, 99. 99. The range of first 100 natural numbers is 99. Like this. So range means maximum minus minimum values. So after that, what is frequency? You know frequency already you learned in the 8th class. Frequency means the value that occurs against the class. Against the class. The value that occurs. The value that occurs number of times. The value that occurs the number of times in the data. You know how to prepare the frequency also. Some of the students got in mathematics like this: 14, 20, 25, 25, 25, 40, 40, 40, 50, 50, 50, 49, 49, 48, 48, 50, 30, 30, 12, 12, 14, 14, 15, 25. Like this, out of 50 marks, some of the students scored in the mathematics exam out of 50 marks like this. How to make this? How to make groups, mini groups. I asked you mini groups. How to make into mini groups? So, mini groups means what? Classes. Mini groups means classes. How you make? You take class size. Class size means the difference between lower limit and upper limit. Class size also you know. Class size. Whatever class size you take. Class size means one class to other class. What is the difference? The difference between one class to other class. The difference between one class to other class is called class size. I take class size here. 10 I take. Class size. Class size I take 10. Class size 10 I take. Class size 10 I take. 10 means what is the least value here? Least value. The smallest value of this data is 14. 14. What is the class size you are taking? Class size 10 you are taking. Class size this includes. 14 also includes. Whatever this value here given data, the given data this value is what? 14. So our class interval you are taking. Class interval, class size, length of the class is the same meaning. Class size, length of the class interval will give the same meaning. Class size is a scale. Class size means scale. Difference how much you are taking? 10 you are taking. One class to other class difference is 10. So the least value is what? 14 already you have taken. 1 over. Out of 10 already you have taken 1. So means how many left? 9 left. 14 plus 9, 23. 14 to 23, there are 10 observations are there. Come on, count. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Count up. 10 are there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like that, these are called classes. 14 to 23 one group. 14 to 23. Class size you are taking 10. Before class size, you take the least number. Least number is 14. 14 already you took one observation. 14 includes 14 out of 10 observations, 10 difference, 14 includes 1 over out of 10, 1 is over. How many left? 9 left. 14 plus 9, 23. Over. Second class, how you get? Till you get highest number. Highest number how much? 50. Till highest number 50 comes, you get like this classes. Groups. Next, how much you are taking? Class size is 10. Class size is 10. Both sides, lower limit side, upper limit side, just keep on add 10, 10. 14 plus 10, 24. 23 plus 10, 33. 24 plus 10, 34. 33 plus 10, 43. 34 plus 10, 43. 44 plus 50. So, we got 50 is there, 50 here, 50 between 44, right? So, this is tally marks. You know this. Already you learned in the 8th class, tally marks. How to make the tally marks? You know that. Round up 14, Where is 14 here? One line. 20. Where is 20 here? 25. 25 is between 24 and 33. 25 is here only. Again 25 is here only. 40. 34 to 43 is there. 40 here only. 40 here only. Next 50. 50. 50. 49 here only. 49. Fifth one is cross. Fifth line cross. 48 fresh. 48. 50 here only. 30 here. 30 fifth line. 12. 12 is not there. 12 before that. So how do you get 14? How you got 14? 24 minus 10. 14 minus 10. 14 minus 10, 4. 4 to 13. 4 to 13 one class. 4 to 13 one class. So 12 here. 14 here. 14 here. 14 to 9. 15 here. 25. So these carrying marks you count up. This number of, this is called frequency. This is frequency. So why did I make all these things? To explain the frequency. Frequency means, so 14 to 23 marks, how many students got? Between 14 and 23, how many students got? 6 students got. Between marks 24 and 33, how many students are got between 24 and 33 marks? 6 students. And between 34 and 43, 3 students got. Between 44 and 54, 8 students got. This is called frequency. Frequency means the observation that occurs number of times against the class is called frequency. The observation that occurs against the classes is called frequency. I hope you understand about the frequency. Generally, frequency is represented by F. Generally, frequency is represented by F. Now, the table showing the actual observations. The table showing actual observations with their frequency is called ungrouped frequency distribution. What do you call? Ungrouped frequency distribution table or table of weighted observations. What is ungrouped frequency distribution table? The table showing the actual observations. The table showing actual observations with their frequencies is called ungrouped frequency distribution table or table of weighted observations. For example, observation frequency is there 10, 20, 30, 40. Then observation frequency how much? 3, 7, 2, 5, 9. The table that shows these are the observations. X means observations. Observation frequency is given here. 10 observation with frequency 3. 20 observation 7. 10 observation 3 means 10 occurred 3 times. 20 observation 7 means 20 observation occurred 7 times. 30 observation 2 means what? 30 observation occurred twice. 40 observation occurred 5 times. 40, 40, 40, 40 like that. That is called frequency. So the table showing the data with their frequencies is called what do you call? Frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table or table of weighted observations. Presenting data in the groups. Presenting data, these are not groups like this. These are the groups. Presenting data with the groups with their frequencies is called grouped frequency distribution table. This is ungrouped. What is this? Ungrouped. Ungrouped means we don't find any classes. So what is ungrouped? The observations with the frequencies. The observations with frequencies. The table showing observations with frequencies is called ungrouped frequency distribution table. The table showing with the classes. The table showing classes with their frequencies. 14, 23 frequency 6. 30, 24 to 33 frequency 6. This is called grouped frequency distribution table. What do you call? Grouped frequency distribution table. Grouped frequency distribution table. What is ungrouped and grouped? Ungrouped means only observations. Only single observation, 10 observation is there. 10 observation occurred how many times? 3 times. 20 observation occurred how many times? 7 times. 30 observation occurred how many times? 2 times. 40 observation 5 times. Such type of the table showing observations with their frequency is called ungrouped. The table showing the mini groups. Mini groups means classes. Mini groups means classes. Classes means lower limit and upper limit. Lower limit and upper limit is there. That classes are called grouped frequency distribution table. So I hope you understand about the grouped and ungrouped frequency distribution table. Tomorrow we discuss next topic, children. I hope you understand. I hope you understood the topic this today. So tomorrow I will continue. Okay, bye.